A medical diagnosis received by his fellow comrade, Jungkook, shocked not only the military personnel present, but also a key figure in the Korean entertainment industry, Bang Si Hyuk, who was reported to have hurriedly left the location with a pale face and anxious expression. What exactly happened to Jungkook? Jungkook, long known as BTS's tough magne, experienced a recurrence of his old injury during intensive military training. The incident occurred suddenly during a routine physical exercise session. According to an anonymous source, Jungkook collapsed, grimacing in pain, and after a swift check by the military medical team, he was immediately taken to a medical facility for further evaluation. The diagnosis that emerged a few days later was not only shocking but also concerning. Jungkook was diagnosed with chronic inflammation in the Achilles tendon area, an injury seemingly related to a past incident during BTS's 2018 World Tour in London. At that time, he had a severe heel impact and performed while seated. That injury is now said to have recurred in a more serious condition, allegedly due to the accumulated extreme physical pressure during military training, which cannot be taken lightly. This information immediately changed the atmosphere. Not only because the diagnosis indicated that Jungkook would need long-term therapy, but because this happened within the military system that maintains high physical standards. In fact, an internal source stated that if the condition worsens, Jungkook may be transferred to a lighter unit or even undergo another medical evaluation regarding his military eligibility. A development that neither his fans nor his close peers had ever imagined. Jimin, who was reportedly at the same location for an interdivision joint drill, is said to have immediately gone to see Jungkook after an internal briefing discussing the test results. In a closed meeting also attended by several agency representatives, Jimin could not hold back his emotions. He was reported to have silently cried, bowed his head for a long time, and tightly embraced Jungkook, a rare sight in the usually rigid and formal military environment. Even more surprising, Bang Si Hyuk, who was allegedly present to coordinate military agency agendas, left the location within minutes of hearing the medical team's explanation. Many have speculated that this reaction reflects how serious Jungkook's condition truly is. Although he has not given a direct comment, his sudden departure has become a hot topic within HYB's internal circles since his debut. Jungkook has been known as an all-out performer on stage, often ignoring pain to deliver the best performance for fans. However, his track record of minor to moderate injuries, from the post-Mama 2016 incident, the backstage bump in London 2018, to a minor traffic accident in 2019, has now become a major puzzle that is slowly being clarified. Has Jungkook's body borne too much pressure all this time? This situation has led many to question the internal support systems within the K-pop industry, especially for artists undergoing military service. Military health analysts mention that some untreated injuries can evolve into chronic conditions, even posing long-term risks. In Jungkook's case, the once mild Achilles injury has now become the main focus of medical care. This condition has also raised new questions. What is Jungkook's future in the military, and what will happen to BTS after they return from service? Some Korean media have even begun discussing the possibility of HYB making major adjustments to BTS's comeback plans, including changes to tour formats, physical involvement of members, and promotional schemes that better consider the artist's health. Even more striking, reports from those close to Jimin indicate that he personally requested his superiors to be in the same division as Jungkook, or at least to have their service locations brought closer. Jimin, long known to be protective of BTS members, especially Jungkook, seems unwilling to let his comrade go through recovery alone. Jimin's emotional response was not merely sadness over his friend's illness. It symbolized the strong bond built over years under the pressure of global fame, public expectations, and now, military burden. Many fans have expressed concern and solidarity via social media, sparking an outpouring of empathy toward Jungkook and BTS as a whole. This condition also puts enormous pressure on HYB, which will be expected to be more transparent regarding its artist's health. While the public understands not all information can be disclosed due to privacy and military ethics, the push to ensure the safety and well-being of BTS members is now a major concern for many. In previous military documentation, Jungkook always appeared fit, disciplined, and full of enthusiasm. His trademark smile seemed never to fade even during grueling training. However, this incident shows that behind a strong exterior, there are old wounds that never truly healed. And that is a reality that can no longer be hidden. With this diagnosis, the world can no longer see Jungkook merely as a perfect idol. He is a human being whose body has surpassed the ideal limit. And when that body finally calls for rest, Jimin's tears are proof that true brotherhood knows no stage, no camera, no military. It appears in the form of an embrace, a silent prayer, and genuine concern that cannot be hidden. Now, the big question is, will Jungkook be able to fully recover? And how will BTS move forward in facing this reality? The answers to these questions may still take time. But one thing is certain, that moment, Jimin's tears, Bang Si Hyuk's sudden departure, and this shaking diagnosis will forever be part of BTS's emotional history. Yet amid the overwhelming public enthusiasm over this report, a fundamental question arises that we must reflect on together. Do we truly believe this incident is real? Or are we perhaps part of a carefully constructed narrative designed to serve certain interests, whether popularity, media attention, or efforts to shape public opinion? It must be noted that this widely circulating information comes from various social media platforms like TikTok, YouTube, Twitter, and several online news portals that often do not clearly explain the origin of the information, the background of the event, or any official confirmation from the relevant parties. So, can we immediately accept the truth of this narrative? Or must we instead ask, who benefits from this news? And why did an incident like this go viral so quickly? In today's digital era, information can spread in seconds, but speed does not guarantee accuracy. Many contents are deliberately manipulated to seem dramatic, emotionally touching, or even controversial to boost engagement. Therefore, it's crucial that we not only become passive consumers, but also active interpreters who can read between the lines, grasp hidden contexts, and filter information with sharp reasoning. Could this event be part of a covert marketing strategy? Or might it be a form of subtle support from certain parties aiming to polish a public figure's image? If so, shouldn't we be suspicious of the motives behind this news? Why is there no official documentation or statement from authorized institutions to support the claims? Amid public euphoria, crucial aspects like fact verification and source credibility are often overlooked. We must also ask, what role does media play in shaping our collective perception of this event? Does media merely report facts? Or does it, perhaps unknowingly or even deliberately, help craft narratives that reinforce certain opinions? Seeing how various platforms deliver nearly identical stories, without clarity about time, place, or real evidence, we face a serious dilemma. Is this information or illusion? On the other hand, there is also the possibility that this story is rooted in a real event, but has been hyperbolized in its delivery. This phenomenon is not unfamiliar in the entertainment and media world, where a mundane moment can be romanticized to seem like a dramatic scene that evokes awe. So, the question is, are we witnessing truth, or just a dramatized interpretation of something far simpler? We are not merely discussing celebrity gossip. We are discussing how modern humans consume information, with full awareness, or with reliance on algorithms that show us what we want to hear, not what truly happened. In this context, it's essential to reassess. How critical are we when facing emotionally charged news? Do we trace the original source? Do we verify from other viewpoints? Or do we immediately share it just because the news looks convincing? Therefore, we do not intend to judge the truth or falsehood of the story. Instead, we want to invite readers and viewers to reflect clearly and rationally. Are we being led to believe in something whose origins we don't know? Are our emotions overpowering our reason when facing a viral story? Can we still distinguish between fact and narrative?